back. It's time to check in with Bob Bosold over at Wax to see what's happening in the agricultural world on this Good Friday. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. Well, I'm wearing blue this morning because I'm feeling blue.
Feeling the blues.
After the Badger volleyball team got beat by Texas last night. Just not up to it, unfortunately, but good luck to Texas and Nebraska. It's still fun. Those gals are very athletic, I'll tell you
Well,
that.
it's no matter, I just think it's amazing how exciting and how talented they are and how fast-paced it is. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
It's unbelievable. I'm standing there and they're hitting that ball at me that hard.
No.
I'm running for the exits, I'll tell you that, but they stand right in there. So great season,
Yes.
and congratulations. And again, good luck to Nebraska and Texas. They deserve it.
Yep.
Well, let's take a look at what's going on this Friday morning. The U.S. House of Representatives voted 330 to 99 on Wednesday to pass the Whole Milk for Healthy Kids Act. The bill would give schools the option to serve 2% and even whole milk to students through the school feeding programs. Whole milk options in school meals were taken away from the lunch lady back in 2012. That House bill will now go to the Senate, which has its own version of the bill in the system. But like in the House, that Senate version also has a lot of bipartisan support. Now, an amendment to that whole milk bill, co-authored by 7th District Congressman Tom Tiffany, also passed on a voice vote this week in the House. Tiffany said his amendment would also, besides putting whole milk back in the schools, also stop the administration from banning chocolate milk in schools, following a report from earlier this year that claimed the USDA had proposed a rule that would restrict sales of flavored milk in our school lunchrooms. Well, Alcivia Cooperative, which resulted from the merger of Countryside Cooperative here in our area and Landmark Cooperative down in southern Wisconsin, has just announced a new grain facility project that will happen in the Maiden Rock, Hager City area in western Wisconsin. The co-op has purchased 40 acres and over 21,000 linear feet of Class 1 Burlington Northern Railroad track in that area, where they plan to build a state-of-the-art rail loading grain terminal. The new facility will also include a 24-hour unattended 2-bay loading terminal for liquid fertilizer, a dry fertilizer transload facility, and a rail liquid propane unload unit. That new grain facility will also include upright grain storage for 3.9 million bushels, serviced by two 4,700 bushel an hour grain dryers and three 1,500 bushel dump pits that will move grain at a combined handling speed of 60,000 bushels an hour. Very high tech. When completed, the facility will have access to 3 different Class 1 railroads, as well as the Mississippi and Illinois rivers. Demolition of the current facility, a sand plant, as we said, will begin this month. They actually found out they've already begun. They're already working on the facility down there in Maiden Rock, Hager City area. The completion date of that new facility is projected as March of 2025. And the National Corn Growers have released the names and numbers for their 2023 National Corn Growing Contest, with familiar names once again at the top. David Hula of Charles City, Virginia, was the overall champion corn grower. He had yields on one field of, this is not a typo, 623.8 bushels an acre. And also right up there, Alex Harrell of Georgia, he was about 402 bushels an acre. It's a lot of corn, that's for sure. Well, the corn prices yesterday on the Board of Trade were pretty steady. Beans were a little higher. We had a weaker dollar. Export sales pretty good this week, and Brazil prices are getting higher, putting ours more in the picture. March corn up a fraction from yesterday's day trade, sitting at $4.80 this morning. Wheat down a penny at $6.14. And soybeans, March up 4 cents, $13.36, and that's up a dime from where we were yesterday morning at this time. Unfortunately, the dairy markets continue to be very poor. Barrel cheese down 2 1/4. The blocks down 3 to $1.57. Butter held steady at $2.46 a pound. Class 3 futures. We had December down a penny at $16.20. January down a dime, and that February price down 17 cents. Yesterday prices were lower out through the fall, and prices aren't good, but the weather's sure nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not bad at all. So, which Packer team shows up on Sunday?
You know, that's a good question. I never dreamed that the Packer team would show up for that Giants game the way they did. So let's hope they can't get any worse than they were on Sunday.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
We'll wait and see. You guys have a good weekend.
You too, Bob.
We do.